Hey, didn't notice you there. Hey, didn't notice you there. Welcome to the At and Going podcast show. I'm the host, Geo Angelino. This is where inspiring LA musicians, artists, painters, entrepreneurs, innovative individuals tell us a little bit about their craft, how they're using their creativeness today, and what they plan to do in the future. Let's get right into it. This whole production is brought to you by Krucial Dome Network and sponsored by So Fucking Legit. If you ain't legit, you ain't shit. So today we have a very special guest, a close friend of mine, audio editor, creative producer, pretty much our fellow podcaster. You do it all. That's just amongst other things, you know. Yeah. But so I know you as Jose. For the people that don't know you, what is your craft and what is your name?
All right, so off the bat, I am an audio editor. I started doing that off of doing my own podcast. Well, my name's Jose, aka J Cubed, aka Snapper. Some fools know me by Snapper. But yeah, back to the audio editing.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm an audio editor. You know what I mean? I clean up the audio rather well, get that noise out of there. Other than that, I also been dabbling with like video editing too, right? Thanks to the homie said. He could not hook me up, but he put me onto Premiere Pro. So I've been like dabbling in that too, and then also like got myself some cameras, so like getting like my own visuals, so I can make my own content and stuff. So
yeah, it's all coming together because you also have the podcast. So with the audio editing, it's also where you could get parts from different sound waves, right? And you could actually that's kind of the new thing that people are doing today, right? Or am I wrong?
What do you mean?
All right, so we'll start this again. So for the audio editing, it's going to be like how you can, what's it called, like transition and blend?
Well, for me, it's more like, luckily with like my audio editors, right? Well, audio editors, my audio recorders, it captures the sound really well to where I really just got to clean up the noise in the background. And then if I need to like either make it a little louder or like maybe I'm too loud and I got to bring it down a bit, I'm able to do that, like rather simple stuff, but.
Okay,
yeah.
And so audio editing is one of the few of the many things that you do, right? So what initially inspired you to get into audio editing?
So I always knew I wanted to do like something with like music in terms of like if it's not if it's not actually doing the rapping or making the music, I want to be around the people that do it. And I don't just want to be a groupie, you know what I'm saying? I want to be involved with it. And one thing I always caught myself doing was like watching interviews of my favorite rappers and stuff, and I would get more into like, all right, cool, first look into my favorite rappers' interviews, and then looking into the people who are interviewing them. Like, do you know about Nardwar, the Human Serviette?
Not yet,
bro. This dude is the sickest interview ever, bro. This who will get knowledge on you that you're gonna be like, how the fuck did he know that? So shit like that. And then this other dude, Charlamagne the God, that dude. I seen him do interviews from his show on the Breakfast Club and other stuff. Just watching that shit and seeing them get to know my favorite rappers even better and all this stuff, and it gives me a better sense of who those people are as a person,
Yeah.
So
sure.
That's one thing I wanted to bring up, and so I was like, man, I talked to my boy said how can we go about that? We talked about during the podcast, and I was like, all right, cool. I don't want him just doing everything. I gotta do something. Bam, audio. I can learn how to clean audio. And yeah, man.
And from what I've seen and everything that you guys produce, it's always high quality. That's why, we're in this place. That's why I mess with you guys too at the Krucial Dome Network. Shout out, making all this possible. Shout out to Sed, visionary, same thing right here, another visionary. They inspired me to actually do this. They just tell me, if you really want to make it happen, got to do it. And so, back to you. So what actually got you inspired to want to master this craft?
Want to master it? Just seeing how, it was going, because, I remember my first interview, it was with the homie Pure, and then also No Sense. Shout out to No Sense, bro. That was the first few that I interviewed, and he was all cool about it. You know what I mean? I even told him, bro, this is my first time. That fool goes, all right, man. Gave me a little not pointer, but more kind of got me a little eased up, because I was a little nervous, and I felt like it was rather obvious. But yeah, just talking to him a little bit before the interview, calmed me down. I was like, all right, cool. He's not this fucking high almighty fucking person as I'm thinking, because these people been at their craft, but like they're people, So it's like, all right, cool. Like I get to know him better as a cool person. He's a very chilled out individual, and like doing this kind of stuff, I get to like do that shit.
For sure.
So yeah, so like just seeing that happen, and also getting all the hype from like my friends and people I don't even know, like yo, that was like cool interview, and I'm just like damn, like I'm all out here winging it, really,
Yeah.
So like yeah, seeing that happen, I was like, oh cool, I want to get better at this, you know what I mean? So that way I can put out some better quality stuff. I get much better at my craft, and we can continue doing stuff like this.
Yeah, for sure, because you carry great energy, bro. Like I mean, I told you before, like the way that you do things, it's awesome, and like other people they really, I mean, yeah, they need to look up to you too, bro. Like you do some dope stuff. And so, what kind of projects do you have going on today?
So right now, I'm working on a couple things. I mean, like I'm over here working on your podcast right here, doing the audio for that. I'm helping another buddy, the homie Brandon. He's doing another podcast too, so we're shooting at his place.
And you still have your podcast too, right?
Oh yeah, and then my podcast, I'm still like kind of working on setting up like an actual like setup for that. So I mean, it's still a plan in progress, but yeah, prominent promises coming to you soon.
For sure. That's awesome, man. So what inspired you to want to keep pursuing like the audio recording mastery of today?
Just more like where I can see where it can go, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like we're out here doing this, and this all started just because like I want an audio edit, and now I seen this building up, and now like I seen where again like I started dabbling in video editing and stuff. So like now I can see where that goes, and now putting those together, I can essentially like do podcasts on my own, where like I won't necessarily need like I probably need like someone to help me out set up cameras and stuff like that. But in terms of like editing it, I can like do it at least that on my own at one point. I won't need like like someone else's point of view. I can be like, all right, like this how you want it, bam.
You have the vision. You can make it look exactly the way you want it. That's awesome. That's exactly where I want to get to eventually at one point. That's what I'm saying. You guys are awesome. And so, what kind of projects do you see yourself doing in the very near future?
In the future, I mean, like, just a ton more podcasts, because, I mean, like, not that they got easier, but they're doable for me, If you got a vision, I'm the person that will be the one to, like, get it out there, Like, we'll work in every way possible, but,
So you think podcast is the way of the future for sure as far as audio goes?
Because, I mean, nowadays, especially with Corona, people are just sitting around, like, chilling for the most part. You can listen to just so much music, Like, I found myself getting bored of music at one point, because I was bumping the same thing every day, and I'm just like, man, like, I need to listen to something else. Start listening to some, like, funny podcasts, and, like, yo, that thing had me dying. And had me thinking, like, bro, I could do that. You know what I mean? But, yeah.
For sure. I definitely get that, man. And I'm pretty sure we're going to hear a lot from you in the future, and we appreciate you. But before we end this, we want to know, do you have any advice for anyone pursuing a similar path in audio recording or in anything that you do?
Honestly, just do that shit, man. Like, don't, you know what I mean? All those thoughts that you got in your head, they're like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Yo, like, even if you don't know where to do it, look up at least the smallest of shit. Like, if you're trying to do a podcast and, like, you want to do it on your own, just look up some audio recorders, some lavaliers, some, like, mics that you can go on and, like, just get to recording, Find yourself, like, a little camera. You don't even need, like, the best of shit, bro. We got, like, something that, you can get at Best Buy easy. Just do that shit, Like, it's going to be hard. No one says it'll be easy, or else you'll see everybody doing it. But trust, once you get that going, it's the best feeling. Even if you don't go that far, bro, like, you see the shit that you work on, you see how good it came out because you did that shit. And, well, yeah, man, like, just do it.
That's right. And so one of my favorite parts is always any final thoughts you would like to share with the audience.
Any final thoughts? Just be yourself. I mean, simple as that. I mean, like, no one's going to love you the more you love yourself. That's the way I say it. I mean, I love myself. I'm pretty sure no one's going to love me the way I love me, but be my mom. But
spoken wisely.
Yeah, love yourself.
I love yourself. Self-care is the best care, everyone. And so I appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah,
You're the best. And one thing we always do here is we finish it off with a shot. So if you like to grab those shots, would you like the Jack's Honey or Jägermeister?
Take the Jaeger, bro.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Grab the 2 shot glasses, please. For everyone at home, please drink responsibly. Or even if you're not home, anywhere you are, drink responsibly. We're both over 21. It's a pleasure to have you here, bro. Can't wait to see what plans we got in the future,
All right. Are you drinking this too?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it. That medicine.
Okay. All right, bro. I'm not trying to kill us.
No, let's do it.
Let's go.
Salud.
Salud. Whew. That wasn't that bad.
Good stuff. Thank you again for coming.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us on the At and Going podcast. I'll try that again. The At and Going podcast. See you guys soon. Stay blessed.